Welcome back, and today we're talking about Kuma 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 Bear episode 10. Like always, let's just jump into it. Episode 10 of Kuma 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 Bear, Yuna said something that honestly I can get behind. She said she doesn't like when her gaming, eating, and sleeping are interrupted, and honestly I can get behind that message. But let's talk about Kuma 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 Bear. I really like this episode, especially with the whole town being in trouble and just seeing how Yuna is able to help the town, and she is willing to help the town. Now, while I was watching this episode, right, we know very early on that Yuna, she had two new skills, Summon Bear and Bear Phone. That's a kind of weird skill, but she is using the phone to communicate with Fina. And here's my thought process when I was watching this whole interaction between Fina and Yuna, especially whenever Fina told Yuna that she was missing her. And Yuna was saying that whenever she gets that gate up and running, if Fina wanted to come in and come to the town of Millela, I was kind of wondering, right? I wonder if this whole thing that's happening to Yuna, right, like this, because this is an isekai, right? I wonder if this is to show Yuna the importance of family, right? Because right now we know Yuna has no family in this world. She's alone, but she is finding that sisterhood with Fina. So I'm wondering if all of this, and I might be thinking way too deep into this, I might be using way too much headcanon, but I'm wondering, right, if there's like the god of our world kind of showing Yuna that, look, sometimes gaming is fun, but you gotta pay attention to your family, right? Because we know in episode 1, Yuna sent her family away in a vacation. She's very smart. She's making a lot of money in the stock market, but she's focusing too much on gaming. She doesn't really like school or spending time with family. But in this world, and we've seen it in every single episode, right? Just how much Yuna cares about people and how much she's willing to protect them, help them out, and stuff like that. And I feel like in the real world, she wasn't really doing that. She was just, playing games and kind of just not caring about anybody around her. So I wonder if that's the case. I could be wrong. Maybe we'll get that plot twist in episode 12. But if we do, I called it. I called it right here. You're witnesses to that. But let me remind you to like and subscribe, because it definitely helps the channel out. And of course, I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, essentially this episode, Yuna's whole motivation to go to the Millela port town is to find some food or some seafood, right? Sushi and stuff like that. And it's awesome. Honestly, I don't think there's any better motivation than food. And this episode made that point a couple times. Because once Yuna is heading over to the port town of Millela, she finds two new characters, Damon and Yura, and they were heading to I believe it's Cremonia, right? The town that Yuna is in, to get some food, because Millela is having a thief problem and a kraken problem. I mean, a double whammy right off the bat. The town of Millela 100% needs help. And of course, the kingdom of Cremonia is not going to help, because that town is not part of the kingdom. They're kind of like their own little town, I guess. So, they're not going to spend tax money to save them. So, of course, it's going to fall under Yuna to save the town. And she does. And also, we do have to talk about Atla. She's the guild master of the Adventurers Guild. And I don't know if we gotten fan service in this anime before. And we did get a little bit in this episode. It wasn't obnoxious. It wasn't in your face. It wasn't like completely like, oh, here's fan service. No. But, we did get a little bit. So some people might be happy about that. And I do like Atla as a character. Now, my whole theory again for this episode, and I'm sure some people can see this coming from a mile away, I feel like the merchant guild master, right? I feel like he's the one behind either the Kraken or the thief. One of the two. Maybe even the two. Because we see that when it comes to selling the little food that they got, he's price gouging the heck out of them. I mean, 20 silver for a little piece of meat that big. Thank God that Yuna came in and was able to essentially donate all the food that she had. She had like 5,000 wolf meat or something like that, and they can't even handle having that much meat in the town, so they're only doing about 100 wolves a day, and that's plenty of meat to feed the town. And Yuna actually donated all of it. She's not even getting any money out of this deal, so that's awesome. And on top of that, she doesn't want any credit, right? She actually donated the meat anonymously, so nobody knows in the town that she did it. Now, I'm sure in the next episode or two, where the the whole town is going to find out that Yuna was the one that rescued and saved the town, especially after they sent, or somebody, and again I'm guessing it's the merchant guildmaster, he's the one that sent those 2 thieves to steal the bag that Yuna has with all the meat. So now she attacked the headquarters of the thief. They're gonna talk, of course, and the whole scene with the bears, absolutely funny. I loved it. And yeah, I really love this episode. There's not too much to talk about. Now, I'm surprised that Yuna did not try to just straight up fight the Kraken, right? Because it is in water. So even for her, it's going to be a challenge. So that's awesome, right? Yuna is not completely OP in this world. So I'm sure there's going to be some sort of strategy in order to take care of the Kraken. Heck, maybe if the Merchant Guildmaster is the one is controlling the Kraken, maybe if they defeat him, the Kraken will go away. That could be a possibility, right? Or maybe Yuna will decide to fight the Kraken on a boat. I don't know, right? But it's nice to see that Yuna is not all powerful. She still has limitations, right? Like her fire magic, of course, she can shoot it at the Kraken because if it goes underwater, the spell is just not that powerful. So, you know, she has her limits, and that's always nice to see some type of control for the OP character. But yeah, this episode was really heartwarming because we see that Yuna saved the whole town. And if you compare the difference between the first time that she arrived at the town, how everybody was gloomy, down, and then once she donated the food, everybody was happy, everybody was walking outside. It's awesome, right? So honestly, I think my theory as to why Yuna is in this world, you know, she kind of hinted at it in this episode, right? That she came into this world just to see Fina playing with the bears. So that's what sparked my idea real quick, right? I was thinking, well, no, what if she came into this world to learn the importance of family, helping out others, and having that human connection, right? Because again, I love playing games, but you do need to spend time with others. It's not healthy to be in a game 24/7, you know, maybe, you know, 18/7 is acceptable, but you do need to spend some time with family and friends. So yeah, I do like this episode. It was awesome. I cannot wait for the next one. But let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode. And like always, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode.